HSU, live from Amsterdam.
And we are back. That's right. Wildstylez and Villing absolutely tearing shit up right here on HSU Live in Amsterdam. Can we get a round of applause? Chat. Can we get some hands in the chat? Incredible set, absolutely incredible. Loved the vibes, loved the feels, loved everything that you brought today or tonight if you're in Australia, today for the Europeans. If you're catching it on the rebroadcast, well, it's tonight again. First, before we continue, we have some questions coming in. We've got some stuff to take care of. There's some shout outs and stuff, but a very, very special mention to the one and only Bart. He's a member of staff here at HSU Live from Amsterdam. Can we get Bart, come on. It's your birthday tomorrow. It's your birthday tomorrow. Can we get some cakes in the chat? Can we get some love for the one and only Bart from Last Blast? He is instrumental. Come on. Come here, mate.
He's a little bit shy.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm not.
Congratulations, buddy. Look, without him and his help, if you want to take the beer,
I'll take it.
Yeah, go for it. Without him, this wouldn't be possible. There's a whole bunch of stuff that happens behind the scenes to make this all possible weekly for you. The people that are programming Windy, that are controlling the lights, the cameras, everything that's going on, and just make a big special shout out and a happy birthday to Bart. Thank you so much. Going through the subscriptions that have just come in today, of course, big shout out to the one and only Dingo Warlord 97 for 5 subs. Scaffer as well coming in with another 5 subs. Gabba Gast and Dingo Warlord. Luke, is this a Luke or an I? I tried to mention him and it looked like it was a big I. Smochka coming in with the bits. Thank you so much. Look, guys, we have some stuff to give away. I've been told by command and control that Scaffer, you are now in possession of a golden ticket that is a year-long pass to all the HSU events of choice because you've been faithful in supporting us to keep this thing going. Scaffer, that goes to you. Thank you so much. For anybody else, we have some more stuff to give away. We have some bucket hats, I believe. So get some cheers going on, get those subs going on, and you too will be in the run to win some special HSU bucket hats just for you. But now that we've got through all the business, Wildstylez and Villain, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
What have you been up to over the past 18 months? What's been going on?
18 months.
Yeah, or 12 months. You know, it's been a period of change. Everybody's found different things to occupy their time. Some people have been in the studio. Some people have been taking it off. I've seen some beautiful pictures of your kid, and I saw that you moved out of an apartment into a house.
Yes.
What else have you been up to?
Well, the first 6 months I was like on a roll in the studio still.
Nice.
So I finished a lot of new music back then, but it's already released. So
Okay.
Nothing special. But I was being a father, figuring out ways to spend my time without being on the road. Mm-hmm. So I was like rebuilding stuff in my house. I mean, I just got the keys when the whole lockdown started. So
Yeah.
did a lot of rebuilding, and I have like this huge ass garden where I spend my time and do the lawn mowing. How do you say it?
Yeah.
The lawn mowing and stuff like that, you know. So it's a completely different life.
How do you find doing the yard work and all that sort of stuff? When I was living at my parents' house, they had a yard, and my dad would be like, okay, you know, you got to mow the lawn, and it would always be dreadful. I'd be like, no, I don't want to mow the lawn. Come on, I just want to do something else. But I think when it's your own house, your own property or whatever it is, taking care of it feels a little bit different. You're like, no, this is mine. Has it got to the boring stage, or you're still like, yeah, I'm outdoors, I'm mowing shit?
If the weather is good, I'm fine. To be honest, I have like this robot lawnmower, so I don't have to do it that often. Yeah. But it still feels like I'm still motivated to do it.
Okay. Haven't got to the boring stage yet.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Nice one. We've got some questions coming in for the chat for both of you. Some of them, most of them are directed to you, Ron, because there's a lot of questions about Project One, but I don't want to just sort of throw them all at you at once, because I can imagine, you know, thinking about like duos and all that sort of work, and you're kind of like, oh, this question again. I don't know when this is going to be released, all this sort of thing. So we're going to put a little pause on that. We're going to get to your questions about all the whole story and everything. But I want to throw some things out to you, both of you. How do you feel in the time that you've been in the hardstyle scene, which is a considerable length of time, how the scene has changed, how it's evolved, the sound. How do you feel about like having some pinnacle tracks or moments back in the days, 10, 12 years ago, compared to now? Not Corona times, but like musically, how's it changed for you? DJ-wise, how's it changed for you? Show-wise, how's it changed for you?
Who's going to start?
Nee, ga jij maar, jongen.
Well, for me, I was looking at, I was watching television, and then all of a sudden I came across Ferry Corsten.
Right.
He was playing a set at the Dutch television, and I came to like a realization that the whole mixing thing faded away. I mean, yesterday I got a new track from someone, and it only had like an 8-bar intro.
Right. Okay.
Like 8 bars is like 12 seconds.
Yeah.
And then the singing starts or something, and I'm kind of missed the thing that you can do the bass switches and stuff,
Sure.
So I was thinking about bringing that back a little bit.
Okay, so longer tracks.
That's a big difference with like back in the days when you had like the 1 minute mix stuff, and instead of the like 10 seconds you have nowadays.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's you don't really get in the flow anymore.
Okay. I understand.
So I was thinking about that changed, and of course the sound changed. I mean,
of course,
the early days were more like the ongoing.
So you need to make an extended version, because nowadays everything is about Spotify.
Yeah.
You cannot include that boring build up, from 1 minute and
I mean, but you can do things to make it a little less boring. I mean, if you have like kicks which have the right impact, I think it's still possible to do stuff like that. So.
Yeah, but radio-wise is difficult.
Yeah, of course, on Spotify, but then you don't have to mix it. So.
Do you think that maybe the solution to that would be to have more in-depth extended mixes just for the DJs, and then more trimmed down Spotify edits? Because at the moment, a lot of tracks are sort of like, at least the DJ edits, the extended editions are like just the claps and snares for 12, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it's the track.
Yeah.
The same thing as the radio edit. It's not really that different. No. Do you think having more of those extended editions would be a step in the right direction, or how do you feel?
I mean, the thing is, if you analyze what happens at Spotify, if you have like a mid intro for your track, it doesn't get that much streams if you compare it to tracks which start as a song,
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that's a thing you have to deal with somehow. But and the funny thing is that. So a lot of tracks skip the mid intros, but there are mid intros, but only for the extended versions. But those versions are not on Spotify.
Right.
So it's like, and people are like, "Hey, I want the extended version to listen to." It's like,
So we need to have a festival version, or like a party version and a listening version, or something like that.
Yeah, but that already happens. But a lot of people want also the mid intros and stuff on
Spotify. On
Spotify. So
okay.
But if that's the main track, a lot of people will skip it.
Yeah.
Sure.
But that's a big difference. I mean, nowadays. A lot of tracks don't even have outros, It's like, okay,
I'm guilty of that for sure.
Yeah, serious?
yeah, man.
But I don't like to mix in the melodic parts.
Right.
I mean, a lot of times that sounds like really ugly.
Yeah, true. Very true.
So I still do the outros, but not 99% of the times. But that's also something I'm like, yeah, okay, come on, man.
One of the perspectives I think is different, actually, as an MC that DJs, is that I'm sure that you're thinking about keeping the energy going, keeping the hype going and everything. So as a DJ that sort of DJ'd for a long time, when I think about, the longer edits and doing the bass switches like you've mentioned, I certainly feel like something's missing. But how is your perspective on, like, should we focus more on shorter edits, keep the hype going on that sort of a perspective, or are you more like longer tracks, or I don't know, it's a little bit different.
I think people want to be surprised, and so if you're a DJ, there needs to be action in your set. So if you like back in the days, like for instance, like Technoboy or something, he had like tracks of how long?
Yeah, right.
It was so long, and he played, and he mixed
version.
out the very last beat.
Yeah, he
of that.
did. He did.
So of course,
that
you
was
know,
a little bit too much.
but yeah, so I think the kids nowadays just want to have, want an action set. It would need to be a lot of shit happening in it. So
Got it.
Yeah. But I feel Jorma because I come from that age as well, from that time. So I'm pretty used to it. But I think the new kids right now, they're not pretty used to that. But I feel it because in techno music, it's that only way.
Yeah.
To glide tracks together.
And that's still really popular. So
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I mean,
but we have a different drive in hardstyle.
Yeah, but the thing right now is that nobody is even trying it anymore. So
no, but you can try it. Yeah.
True.
I mean, we have a good performance if we see the hands in the air, if we hear the people cheering. But there's also a way of partying when you are just dancing,
Yeah.
That part we forget sometimes, It's like, that was a shitty performance because I didn't see the dance in the air and I didn't hear the people cheering all the time when the bass drops. But maybe we have to educate them and at least try it. I mean, your sets don't have to be like that all the time, but maybe a few parts,
Yeah. Well, it's interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about because I've seen it pop up on forums quite a bit, kind of like people saying pretty much exactly that. Like they kind of miss the extended mixes, they miss the groove moments where the track would kind of have the beat going on rather than being sort of break drop focused and that sort of thing. But I myself, who's come from like a UK hardcore background and I love fast music and energetic music, I'm in sort of two minds. I like the ADHD, drop the hits, go kind of nuts and that sort of thing. On that kind of vibe, thinking about the past, are there any moments between the two of you where you've thought, oh man, I messed up real bad, but you can laugh about it now? There's for sure been moments where, the classic hit Q on the wrong deck or maybe, I don't know, fall off a stage. There's got to be something in
that stuff happens so now and then, but
there's not one moment that you're kind of like, that was pretty bad.
No.
Oh, come on.
I can't remember. Yeah, of course, but it happened, but it was not so bad that we still think about it. I remember one moment, and there was not to laugh about, but we were performing at.
Do you remember it or?
No.
He's just saying it like it was not a laugh about, like. Okay.
No, but it was somehow a beautiful moment. We were playing at Pumpkin or at the Tribunal at a party, and then all of a sudden, I didn't see it. Someone passed out on the floor.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
and
true.
I didn't see it, and he was like, there was something happening in the audience, and he was like putting the music down. I was like,
oh, so you were both together, both at this?
We were
Okay,
performing together.
You're right.
And then we kept the music down for like 10 minutes, and
whoa,
waited for the people to come to help the guy.
Yeah, we wanted to create some space because everybody was dancing,
Yeah.
So you don't mention what is going on in the back. So I just wanted to. I said turn the music down, but he was doing his set, so he didn't listen.
Got it.
Hey man, come on, turn the music down because someone is on the floor right now. So we need to make some space, to get some doctors.
Going.
Get some help for the guy.
Yeah. So that's why.
What was strange? It was not to laugh about, but it was a strange. It was somehow a beautiful moment also because when the doctors went away with the guy, everybody started applauding. It was.
Oh, that's kind of cool. A bit of solidarity for the emergency workers.
And to mention one, maybe a beautiful moment that we shared is always sticking with me because it wasn't prepared of something. It was at Tomorrowland with the guy in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the video.
Is that the one where he's like lifted up? It's kind of crowd surfing.
Lifted up because we weren't prepared or anything. The track came. I saw the guy and I knew that break was pretty long, and I would just. Yeah, I just started talking, and just hoping that to create a beautiful scene with the guy, So I told the people like, hey, pick the guy up. And then everybody was like, whoa, that's cool. And everything came together with the track, because the track was perfect for that moment.
Yeah.
And the why was so beautiful because it was unprepared.
Yeah.
So it was legit. So
Yeah.
so that was one of those moments that when I still rewatch it, I feel like, that's a thing to be proud of, like a beautiful moment together.
And it also afterwards it became like a thing that every time we were playing that track, there was also another girl. In
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wheelchair.
yeah.
She-
Later
she-
on.
Oh,
Yeah,
it became like a regular
Yeah.
meme
Yeah.
almost.
Yeah.
Well, not like every performance, but a few times
Yeah,
it
yeah.
happened.
Oh, that's cool. I love when those organic moments happen together and everybody sort of in the crowd sort of has this one vision of doing something together.
Yeah.
And I think the beauty in it is that it's spontaneous, that it's not planned, and then something beautiful happens that maybe it's repeated, but maybe not. That's cool. Both of you, I know when you travel, you like to fine dine. This is a fact, that you both love good food. What are your favorite restaurants in Australia?
It's a Japanese place.
Oh yeah, what's his name? What's it?
There are a few of them. Sake, I think it's.
Is it Sake? The one at the casino was good as well.
Yeah, that one's really good.
Well, what's the name
Japanese
of
place.
it's at the hotel.
I haven't spent.
casino?
No, I haven't spent that
I
much time in the
think- I think
casino.
It's a
What was it
Japanese
called?
place
Sake.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Sake, yeah.
I think so. Yeah, there are like 3 of them in Sydney.
Yeah, we are pretty suckers for Japanese food. So.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out
And
to.
then you're good, so
What is it that grabs you about Japanese cuisine? Because for me, I like the balance between the acidity, how light it feels. You don't feel too
Yeah.
bloated afterwards.
Sometimes it kind of feels healthy, So
yeah, in some way. Yeah.
not sure it is, but
Well, it's pretty fresh,
Yeah.
fresh food.
Yeah, I mean, you don't feel like you've just eaten like a box of fries or whatever.
Yeah, exactly,
Or
exactly.
KFC. I don't
Yeah.
know. Every time I have KFC, I was sort of like, why did I do this? And I haven't even finished the box of wings off. I'm just like, it's not quite like Japanese food. But yeah, we've got a question coming in here from the chat. Tell us the story about. There's a few that are coming in that I'm sort of like looking at which ones to pick, which one's the right moment. I said I was going to stay away from the subject, but I think this is the right time. Tell us the story about how HSU and Project One help come together.
well, there was at the time Headhunters Willem was still playing house.
Okay.
EDM. So it was something. I mean, Pete called me and he was like, "I want to talk about with you about Project One," and I was like, "No, man, that ship sailed."
That's gone.
And then he was like, "I really want it," and then he came. Yeah, don't want to sound too bad, but he came with the right amount of money.
Right.
Because
Hey, it changes things, right?
yeah, I mean, we had to go back to the studio,
Sure.
update the tracks and stuff,
Yeah.
So if we only did like one performance, there was a lot of effort.
Of course.
So that was also a thing. But then we started, and then Q-Dance heard about it.
Okay, so
And they were
HSU
like, "No,
planted the
we
seed?
want it." But really, I think without Pete, we wouldn't have made a revival.
Okay.
Pretty sure about that.
Wow.
And then, when we started mixing the tracks a little bit better and making some edits and stuff, then the funny thing was when we were in Australia, it was still at the time Adams was playing EDM, and I already saw that twinkle in his eyes, when he was doing hardstyle, when he felt appreciated again, and it was also the moment when we were in Australia that I said to, I think it was Bas from Noise Controls, I said, Headhunters is going back to hardstyle.
Yeah?
Yeah, I already knew it before he knew it.
How about that?
And then we're like, 1 month later, he was like, yeah, Joram, I have to tell you something. I was like, I already knew it.
Oh, man. How about that?
But yeah, I mean, Pete was the reason why we picked up Project One again.
Shout out to Pete from HSU.
Yeah, I'm still
Nice
thankful
one.
for that.
Both of you have toured Australia for some time. You've been there plenty of times. How many times actually have you been there? I know that in like 2009 you were there with Willem and
That was also a Project One show.
that was a project.
at
Yeah,
Transmission.
I remember being there with Code Black. We ended up in a Brisbane show. But how many times have you been to Australia?
Probably like,
Countless.
I don't know, 10, 15 times. something
Damn,
like that.
man, it's a lot of
But
flying.
I'm kind of frustrated, and also I called Pete about it. I haven't been in Australia for like 3 years right now.
Damn.
And it's not only the performance, but I also love to be in Sydney.
Sure.
Be there for a few days, go to the restaurant, spend time.
Casino.
Listen. I remember at Magic City, right?
I remember it really well. I was talking with D Block Nestvan about this.
Yeah.
Like a while ago, because I remember the jet lag hit me so hard.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm going to cancel the performance. I'm not able to stand up anymore. And then I got over it and then went to the party. And then we also had to do like a signing session.
Yeah, exactly.
Or an under 18s party.
Action packed.
Exactly remember what happened. But then in the end, I was so tired. I was like, no, I can do this. And then we went to the party and I like stayed till the end.
Yep.
Got drunk. And even after that, we went in your old car.
Yep.
with the 5 of us, we went to the casino at 8 in the morning or
It was
something.
so wild. And then saw you on the tables, just like, in you go. What is your favorite game to play at the casino? I'm not so much of a gambler, but maybe you can give me some tips and tricks of blackjack or something?
Nah, I mean, I'm not good at it, but I like to do it. But
He's definitely good in it. Really.
Yeah?
Always. When we are in Vegas, for instance, or maybe in Oz as well, I'm not a really gambler, so I sometimes watch him play, and then hey man, I'm going back to the hotel, and then 8 in the morning I wake up or something, and he's still
No! Wow.
And he's like, hey, did you win? And then he always says like, yeah, I win some, and then especially in Vegas, he's always like
Sneaky.
big money that he wins. So in some way, you need to be good at it.
Most of the times it's at the first day, and then we have to stay for like another 3 days.
And then you try and lose it all.
You will bring off.
Oh no!
No, but listen, if you can gamble, win like 10K, then you're a pretty good gambler, right?
It's nothing to
so
sneeze
you,
at.
you can be a little bit proud of that.
No, not at all.
No? I mean,
No,
what's your one of choice? Because everyone's kind of got. Is it the machines?
No.
Blackjack.
I just like
Blackjack.
the vibe at a blackjack table. Just have some beers, talk with some people over there. That's funny. Also, always in Australia, the dealers like, are you Wildstylez?
Really? They know you. That's sick.
A lot of times the guys over there, but there's young people working over there.
Fair call, yeah. Still, but that's kind of cool. Do you get a sneaky chip or two? Like,
no. They can lose their job. So no, but I think it's fun. And in Australia, you have like a huge casino, and then. Right now, it's probably the only place where you can go to have a drink.
Yeah,
so,
well, at least at 8 in the morning for sure.
Yeah, but then I like to hang around and have some beers and play some cards.
But
Nice
he's
one.
a good gambler, so.
I get the feeling. I wish I brought a deck of cards because I'd love to play a game of blackjack or even poker, but I'm terrible at both. So what I want to do is pause the questions for a second and play a game of Cards Against Humanity. Have you ever played this before?
No.
Have you played this before?
No.
So this is a fun game where you have to be as savage as possible. So you kind of have an opportunity to say things that you wouldn't normally say. In response to some questions that are asked by the cards. So I get a set of black cards, and then I give you a set of white cards, and then these black cards have a bunch of questions, and you need to answer as most horrible as possible. So let me just get these black cards out and get some white cards out as
He's
possible.
pretty good at that.
Yeah.
He's pretty good at that.
I mean, this is what we want to see. I mean,
Yeah, but you have to make shit up, or
no. The answers are here, and you select the most savage answer that you possibly can. So, like, we'll see. I'll read out a question, and then you'll get an answer, or you'll pick an answer, and you'll see that some of these answers are like pretty horrible. That's what we want to see. We want to see the most horrible, savage.
But with like every card, every answer is.
I mean, yeah, look, it's really for the chat. It's for the people in the chat to have a good time, to get a little bit of a laugh at you. Because the thing is, one thing that I do know about you, Yoram, is that you're very calm and collected.
Yeah.
You don't really see a lot of emotion. So this is an opportunity to peel away the mask a little bit and to see what lies beneath. Okay, Cards Against Humanity. Let me just shuffle these up. And we will pick a question here for everybody at home that is vibing, that is chilling. Cards Against Humanity with HSU live from Amsterdam. Here we go. Let me pick. Oh, this is a 2-question. We're going to do easy. Here we go. When I am Prime Minister, I will create the Ministry of Punchy, punchy, punchy.
Dick pics.
Nice. You already know the game. Love it. Love it. Love it. Wildstylez. In answer to the question, when I am Prime Minister, I will create the Ministry of
Dying.
Dying. Whoa.
Okay.
Wow, it's right out the gate, nice and dark. Okay, we're gonna go with another one. Here we go. Wildstylez, villain, this question is for you. What is a girl's best friend?
What is a girl's best
What is a girl's best friend?
Bananas. I saw it.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is. Yeah, over here.
Nice. All right, give me that.
Oompa Loompas.
Oompa Loompas. We're going to put this one down here. So, in response to the question, what is a girl's best friend? Villain's answer is?
Oompa Loompa.
What girls have you been hanging out with, man?
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness. We've got another question coming in here from the chat. This one comes in from Maze. How do you rate the track Revenge compared to your other tracks? That's going back. That's rewinding the
Wow,
clock.
yeah. I mean, it's impossible to compare. I'm really proud of that one because it was like kind of my breakthrough. I mean, I had a few tracks released, but that one was the first one that like a lot of DJs supported, you know. So
Yeah.
that way, I'm really proud of it, and I think it's still a cool track. I mean, doesn't sound as good as it could right now.
But that's
of
the
course
nature
it's
of
different.
production,
But yeah, I'm really proud of that one. But yeah, I can't compare it with what I do nowadays. You know.
Well, the thing is, as a producer, I feel like, you know, every track sort of is some sort of your baby. There's a piece of you inside of it. Like, you know, you spent time and effort making it. But is there one in your discography that you're like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have put that one out?
Yeah, there are a few of them.
What's one that comes to mind that you're like, man, this probably wasn't my greatest work?
Lights Go Out.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But it's the feeling about the track. I mean, it was like in, I mean, A Year of Summer went on national radio, and then there's like a strange pressure.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, from the radio stations, they're like, "Hey, when is the next track? When's the next track?" And
For sure.
I'm like, "Okay, but and am I going to make the next track for the radio or for the diehard fans?" And then you're like in the studio with like 10 different thoughts, you know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I have a bad feeling about that track in a way that I also overproduced it.
Got it.
Because I was like, if it goes on radio, it has to sound different. Because when I hear German Year of Summer on the radio, I was like, nah, it's not good enough.
Oh, wow.
So, that's one of the tracks,
I see.
the proudest of.
I see. Ah, shame, man. But I thought it was a great track, you know? It's a shame that you've kind of got that feeling for it.
Yeah, but it's probably...
It happens. I mean, there's definitely some in my own discography that people like, and then I'm like, yeah. Playing Cards Against Humanity, we're going to continue rolling on with these questions. This one is for both of you, of course. The question is as follows. War, what is it good for? Gentlemen, your answers, please.
What is it good for?
Just anything, man. Just go. It doesn't have to be like a legit answer. Just go crazy, man. Pick something wild.
It's good to throw in your trash.
War is good to throw in. Is really? That's one of your questions?
Yeah.
That's a softball villain. Come on.
I know,
That's
but
soft.
you know, who wants fucking war, right?
Yeah, I know, but come on. This is. There's no octopus in there. Like, what's it good for? Octopus, you know, just something weird. Have you?
Good. War is good for gay aliens.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Wildstylez, in answer to the question, war, what is it good for? What do you got?
Dying.
Not again. I have another one.
Okay. All right.
Weapons grade plutonium.
Really? All right. If that's what you're rolling with, come on. You can. I know that there's exactly.
Okay. War is good for masturbating.
Nice. Love it.
My ex-wife.
Hey. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Brilliant stuff.
Fuck.
We've got another question coming in here from the chat. This one comes in from Scaffer, who's been going wild with the gifts. I believe he got the golden ticket. What is the last song that you played on Spotify? Maybe open up your phones. Well, it doesn't matter. There's no wrong answers here.
I don't have Spotify.
What?
I'm an Apple.
Oh, you're Apple Music. All right, okay.
It was probably, and I normally I don't listen too much to hardstyle, but probably the new Sub-Zero track.
Okay, that was on your Spotify.
Yeah, I checked that one out because I needed some new music for the streams.
Oh, I'm going to sound like a freaking up myself jerk. The last track I had was one of my own.
Okay, I have the G Unit, Hate It or Love It.
G-Unit?
But that's funny that a lot of times when I have to check my own music when I'm in the studio, I go to Spotify.
Yeah, right? Oh, I got to get those royalties.
At least I make some money,
For sure. I mean, I'm sure before. Why was I checking that out? I think somebody was asking about a certain thing, and I'm like, yeah, check this one out. Normally it's metal. But I feel like such an idiot. What is the last video that you watched on YouTube? Have you got your YouTube history handy?
It's probably...
YouTube, not YouPorn.
Oh, yeah. Let me check.
Probably Peppa Pig, because my
Really?
my son watches it. My whole algorithm is
It's all fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's the worst though. When you've watched a couple of videos, maybe because of someone else or someone else is using your account, you go into the recommendations. Like, what the hell is this?
What is this?
What is going on here? I mean, what have you got, villain?
Push It to the Limit, Scarface. You know that?
Oh.
It's the track of
yeah.
I like that 80s kind of vibe track from.
Someone's got to do a bootleg of that, man. There's so much vibe in that.
Well, the thing is that we are working on something for Power Hour, so
right.
So that's why I was listening to it.
Push it to the limit.
Yeah, exactly that one.
Love it, absolutely love it. Okay, rolling on with the questions from Cards Against Humanity as we filter through. Waiting for some more questions to come in from the chat. The onus is on you, chat. The question is, the theme for next year's Eurovision Song Contest is We Are... Pincher, pincher, pincher.
We are necrophilia.
Wow. Now you know how to play the game. That's how you play the game. Well done, villain. Can you top that? I mean, that's pretty savage.
I cannot top that.
Oh, come on. Give it your best shot. Yoram, in answer to the question, the theme for next year's Eurovision Song Contest is We Are...
Making the penises kiss.
Ooh, boy. I feel like that says a lot. Which reminds me, actually, there's a common question that comes in, and he's asked it. He's a regular on in the chat. James 1, this one is for you. Gentlemen, have you ever had a man? I'm sorry. It's a question that comes in that it is asked to all of our guests. Have you ever had a man?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
I feel like there's a definitive no between you two.
Just to get the thing out of the way.
Exactly. Got to do it for the people in the chat. All right. Cards Against Humanity. We're keeping it rolling. The next question is, when I am a billionaire, I shall erect a 20-meter statue to commemorate blank. I like how you've got it all organized and sort of categorized and stuff. There's such a difference in terms of strategy here.
So the question is? Again?
The question is, when I'm a billionaire, I shall erect a 20-meter statue to commemorate...
A micro penis.
Nice. I wonder if it's just like the penis itself, or it's like the legs and then the penis, just to really emphasize on how micro it is. You know, are the legs 20 meters and then the penis is regular size? Is that what's...
Oh my goodness.
But you answered this. All right.
Okay.
Wildstylez. When I'm a billionaire, I shall erect a 20-meter statue to commemorate...
Me.
Is that your answer? Nice. Nice one. We've got another question coming in here from the chat. This one comes in from the Club Inspector. When you're playing a set, do you plan it? Do you play on the fly? How much planning and strategizing goes into it? Or you sort of just rock up, you're like, oh, go.
He's pretty much on the fly.
Really?
Always.
Hey, everyone's
I always
different.
say like, I was calling like the day before, like, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know yet. I'm gonna watch tomorrow. Like, dude, man, come on, man. We have a cool party coming up, so maybe it's good to, to check shit out. Yeah, tomorrow. I don't have time now.
Because I'm in the studio probably creating a new track or stuff like that. Just finish something in time.
I get that though. I get that for sure.
But right now, I mean, you have like a track list. If you have like just same sort of gigs. I mean, if you have like an classics party is different, of course. But you have the track list, and then it's for 80% already there.
Yeah, exactly. It's just rearranging the
It
order.
also depends on the lineup, I mean, I'm still one of the DJs who likes to play tracks from others. I mean, a lot of guys right now is like, okay, you book me for 1 hour, so it's 1 hour my music.
Yeah, for sure. I get that.
So, and I still have like this 50-50 percentage in my set. I really like to play tracks from others. I mean, makes your sets probably more dynamic.
Absolutely. Is there an artist that has come up on your radar recently that you like playing the tracks of? I mean, obviously we don't have many festivals to play now, but still, maybe in the various streams that you've had, something's just come into the inbox and you're like, oh, I've never seen this name before. Oh, okay, this is a cool track.
There's few artists, but they're going to be part of our label maybe in the future.
Oh, don't want to say anything.
I can mention.
I see. Big things on the future.
Well, to say in Oz, I was surprised about I forgot the name. He played at the last DEF CON 1 in Oz as well on the main stage as the only I think newcomer. What was his name? Is it Liner now? What is it?
Firelight.
Oh yeah!
Firelight?
Shout out to my boy Firelight, Ben.
But sometimes I see some tracks, and it's really inspiring, like what he's doing, his kind of style, and
definitely,
I love it. So I was really surprised, and I was listening to the tracks, like, hey, this is something different, So I dig that.
Nice.
I dig that.
Rolling on the subject of surprise, what do you think about the fake drops, the triple fake drops, all the kind of, those moments where you're like, oh, it's going to drop? No, it doesn't. Oh, it's no. And how does that make you feel as an MC? Do you feel like you got to put in extra work? Do you just like let it roll, or is it like a pet peeve?
Most of the times, even if it's a fake drop, it doesn't fake me at some point. No.
You're too clever.
I don't know.
No, but it could be, for example, I know that myself when I'm on the dance floor, I've had a few. I'm not on DJ duties anymore. If I hear too many of those things in a row, I'm kind of like, come on, man, just give me the beat. You know what I'm saying? So,
well, I kind of love it at some point. Maybe if it's like every track, like you say.
That's the problem right now. I mean, 50% of the tracks have fake drops,
At what point is it acceptable? Because I've heard in a couple of like faster up tempo things, there'll be like 2 or 3 fake drops. You know what I mean?
Kinging that.
Right, exactly, exactly what I mean. So
it's a gimmick, Then it's fun. When I saw Sapphire with a few of those fake drops, I was like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
But now it's becoming a thing to do it like every track, That kind of annoys me.
Moderation is key, right? It's all about balance.
It's balance, yeah, exactly.
Let's go for another round of Cards Against Humanity. And I think this one's, I don't know, it should lead to some spicy answers. What will you always do to get laid? Villain, Wildstylez, your answers, please.
What do you always do when you want to have it laid? I'm not prepared for that.
I mean, you've got so many ones already here, and surely there's an answer.
Okay, one more time.
The question is, what will you always do to get laid?
Be a DJ is mine.
Yeah, just rock up.
Ripping up open a man's chest and pulling out his still beating heart.
Damn. Man, you know, the funny thing is, like, a lot of your answers have been really violent, man. I feel like there's something.
There's a lot of aggression inside.
Exactly, it's a lot buried down. We've got a question coming in here asking what bands that or acts, artists, and stuff do you listen to that are not hardstyle or EDM?
Yeah.
Bands? What bands? Anything?
No, band.
Yeah, it's probably better
Steely
to ask
Dan.
him.
Okay.
He has like a really specific music taste.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you were into G Unit.
No, I'm a big fan of Charles Navour, you know.
I don't know. Educate me.
Herman van Veen.
Herman van Veen is a Dutch singer, but
Okay.
Charles Navour is like one of the, that laid down the footprint, and Jacques Brel. I like France and Belgique singers.
Right.
That sang the how do you call that, the French chanson? Yeah, chanson. They say it in French like the French chanson.
Okay.
So it's like almost like the same like what Frank Sinatra was for America, kind of.
Right, that, but for the Lowlands region.
Michael's like also like playing the Michael Bublé Christmas album already in July.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Nice. I mean, it's
I'm a big Michael Bublé fan as well because he is kind of like, you know, same kind
like
of big
into
band.
the crooners, or what is it called?
yeah, crooners, nice.
Yeah, but I love that kind of music.
What is it that grabs you about that music? Is it the style of singing, the voices, the backing music? Is it how chill it is?
Yes, voices, point one, and how deep it sometimes go. You know, I like the deep music. They're like almost like funeral music wise.
Okay, in terms of like the emotion that's put through
Yeah.
in the music.
Yeah.
I see. What about yourself? What's rocking your playlist? What do you listen to when you're not listening to any hard music?
Well, actually, I don't. At this moment, I just put on like some mood playlists on Spotify. That's it, and music is always in the background, you know. So
For sure.
that doesn't need that much attention for me. That is not something that I listen to right now really loud when I'm.
No, but surely there's
stuff.
something that you like to go back to. So in terms of
Sometimes, I mean, I was a big rock and metal fan back in the days, you know. So I like to listen to like Pearl Jam, or Metallica, or Nirvana, stuff like that.
I don't know
nice.
if you can listen. Anyway,
Oh, this is the music.
I don't know if you can hear it.
I don't care.
This is what I love.
This is French?
It's French. Yeah. But this kind of music, like really strong, deep music that can really go deep inside your soul.
So this is what grabs you.
Yeah. You know, I've been to many funerals in my life, to say. So,
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, you know, it is what it is. But you know, I think if you you know, lost some important people in your life, you know, you sometimes you through these songs you feel connected in some way, and that's why I at home especially I listen this kind of music, not to be depressing or something, but it makes you feel alive at some point.
Okay. With that idea of looking into the past and remembering stuff and grabbing those feelings, what advice would you give the 18-year-old versions of yourself? What message? What would you say to them? To younger Michael, what would you say?
The world is yours.
Okay. It's a more inspirational kind of thing.
Well, I have a daughter, so, you know, and the only thing is that I want to tell her, you know, the world is yours and go live, because life is so short. That's what I want to say. You know, my daddy died at the year 40.
Okay.
I'm 38 or 37. I become 38.
Yeah.
So, you know, life can go by like that. So when she is 16 or 18 years old, I say, hey, man, come on. Do what you love and grab it. Go venture.
How about that? Message for everybody in the chat as well. What would you say to your younger self?
In in some ways, listen to your parents.
Good one.
What were they right about?
I mean, I should have paid more attention at school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one to say as well. The thing that I wanted to say to my younger self at 18 years is to say to my mom and dad like that I love them. I love them, and you know, because as a kid you think like as well the world is yours and you want to do stuff, you want to party, and you forget all the other stuff that is important as well, but you start realizing it when something is gone. You know, so if I want to go back, I probably would do that as well. Like, hey, you know, talk more to mom and dad.
Yeah.
Have discussions, talk about
Enjoy
life.
the limited moments that you have.
Exactly. And maybe it's a little bit too dramatic.
No. I mean, this is real shit, man. That's the whole thing. It's real stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'd probably on a similar kind of perspective. I haven't suffered the tragedies that you have, but you know, I had a hard time growing up and stuff, and just sort of say, hey, look, you know what? Grab the world by the balls, try to make the most of it, and push forward and do what you got to do. And kind of pay attention to my parents.
But
Yes,
also follow your dreams, you know. I mean, my parents never thought it was a good idea that I wanted to be a DJ, you know. So
Wow. Do you still get the talk? Because my mum still, like, when I call her, you know, I have a weekly chat with my mum. She's still like, "Hey Sam, you can still be a doctor," you know.
yeah.
Do you still get that, or is that
right now they are like, you should have go to school, man.
Don't
now,
never
but-
listen to us again.
No, but no, they are proud of what I achieved right now, and but still, it would have saved them a lot of stress if I just went to school and
True.
be like the perfect son. So
True.
But life is not perfect.
No.
So
It's a work in progress.
exactly.
Let's change gears a little bit and think about like stuff for the future. And more specifically, I want to ask you guys this really interesting question. When you right now, to go to shows in like Taiwan, or if you had to go to Australia, you've got to do a two-week quarantine. This is like mandatory. So what other artists would you quarantine with? Who would you spend 2 weeks in quarantine, hotel quarantine with?
yeah, but it's like with Michael, with Willem,
Okay.
noise controllers.
They're not on the shit
others.
list. They're not on the shit list. I mean, I hate some people.
It depends. I mean, if it's like a 4x4 hotel room,
Single room, double bed.
okay.
Yeah.
Then I would probably choose.
Yeah.
Would be wiser to go and cancing with a girl. So
I see you wanted to answer that as well. When I asked the question, there was a big smile.
We shared rooms together.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, yes.
Where?
Once. He had only one room or something, and yeah, I slept. I think on the couch or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
DJ gets the bed. Yeah, I made the music.
No, you know, it's just like I don't know, but yeah.
But he's always staying till the end, so he doesn't even need a bed most of the time.
But
That's true.
Yeah, but you know, it's still 2 weeks, man. That's a long quarantine session.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's pretty long, but I would do it with Michael.
You do it with Michael.
Yeah.
Okay, who would you not do it with? Definitely big no.
There's a lot of them.
Okay, let's start. Let's go. Let's throw them under the bus.
Yeah, probably like 90% of my colleagues. No, but
No,
we were talking about like a small room. You know?
course,
I mean,
of course.
Most of them are not friends of mine. You know, I know them, but
Let's throw them out, man. Let's throw them under the bus. It's HSU. Let's go.
yeah, okay.
Oi.
Everybody except the ones.
Oh wow, just blanket statement. Damn, just throwing everybody out there.
Yeah, but I'm like really pretty irritated really fast. So
I mean,
people can annoy me. Yeah, really fast. So.
2 week quarantine is not a small thing.
No.
And I would imagine even with certain girlfriends that could end a relationship. You know, for sure, man.
No, but seriously, if like in one room, yeah.
Tough times. Who is on the shit list for quarantine for you, Michael? Or on the okay list. Maybe we start positive and then whittle it down. you're like, oh yeah, totally cool with that person. That'll be all
But
right.
there's a lot of people. I'm down with everybody, actually, you know. But
GPF.
yeah, doesn't matter, you know. No, I really don't know. If I gotta say someone, you know, it's not to hate or something. It's maybe Psychopunks because we always have.
Okay.
It's not hate. I love him, but it's like if we are too long together, always shit happens.
Bad things happen.
Yeah, it's just us. It's just us sometimes. We have a lot of discussions and stuff like that.
Got it.
You know, he's
But
kind of.
Michael always has a lot of discussions.
He's
you know,
kind of the
it's
same
like-
as me in that part. so,
Okay.
yeah.
Fiery
I
temperament.
love him.
A fiery temperament. Okay, I can understand it. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, like I said, 2-week quarantine in a hotel room would be a lot to go through. While we wait for some more questions to come in from the chat, I'm going to keep on playing another round of Cards Against Humanity. And then, we'll go another round.
Let's go.
The question for you, Wildstylez, and for you, Villain, is this. Fun tip. When your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead. Damn, that's a damn.
Panda sex.
Yes. Nice. I like it.
Probably he will hate me then.
Hey, you never know. Look, some people are into that. Some people are into dressing up and spicing things up that way. I'm not. Wildstylez, your answer for the question. Fun tip, when your man asks you to go down on him, try surprising him with blank instead. Come on. Yeah, just from that grin on your face, you found an answer that'd probably be pretty funny.
Uh,
I'll read the question out, and then you read the answer. You ready?
yeah, there's a lot of funny.
I have a good one for you. I will give it to you.
Oh, okay. This is how we're going. Villain supporting Wildstylez.
Say it.
Okay, here we go.
Say it. Come on, say it.
Mouth herpes.
Right? And it's done. He's gone.
There we go.
He's gone.
What better surprise than mouth herpes?
Oh my God.
Another question coming in from the chat. If you had to be an animal, what animal would you be? Have you got a favorite animal?
Not a favorite, but
I think an
would
elephant.
Really?
Is that
I love his laziness.
Oh, okay.
But nobody dares to touch him.
True. That's very true.
Even lions and
They kind of back off, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big
So-
beast.
because if you're a lion, you know there are other people hunting you, but who dares? Yeah, probably dicks that hunt elephants.
Yeah, dude. Oh, dude. They're on my shit list for sure. I wouldn't spend quarantine with an elephant hunter.
But no, elephant is like a no go zone. You know, like hey, you leave that animal alone. He doesn't harm anybody. So he's
Yeah,
just
but a lot of elephants get killed for the
Exactly.
okay. Yeah. Like,
Ivor.
Yeah, ivory, yeah.
Ivory.
yeah, ivory. Yeah.
I don't know if I'd want to be an elephant. What would you, any animal in particular, is there one that jumps out to you?
I think some kind of bird.
Okay.
I mean, I think it's an interesting way to see the world.
Yeah, that's true.
From up high,
Yeah.
liberated, not... it's a common dream, actually. Apparently, one of the most popular dreams that people have is flying.
Flying, yeah.
As and experiencing life as a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I'd be on the ground. I think I'd be... Or maybe in the water. I like octopus.
But you have a short life.
Yeah.
Even the birds have short life.
Yeah, but
Elephant though can get really whole. Like
Okay. I mean, they live life at a different pace. Tortoise also live life at a very slow pace. Not many people... Oh, no, that's
or
not true.
a crocodile. He can live long as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
How old can a crocodile come? Like
I don't know.
I think 100.
Yeah.
Really? I'm going to look that
I
up.
think so.
I'm going to look
Look
that
it
up.
up. Look it up.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
How long can
Well, kan een krokodil
crocodile live?
Doe maar even zoeken.
Oh, dude, you're right. Wow, saltwater croc, 70 years. No, damn, that's decent. Nile crocodile, 70 to 100 years. Okay, how long can an elephant live?
En wat is papegaai in het Engels?
Papegaai.
I don't know this
A
one.
parrot.
Oh, yeah.
They can
They can
Be
live
really old.
exactly like 40, 50, 60, something like that. Yeah. Damn, man.
And a turtle,
Dude.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one.
like a giant turtle.
Yeah.
They can be like 120. Or
Something like that, yeah. Oh, wait, no, tortoise. Not a turtle, tortoise.
100 years.
Yeah, something like that. What do we got? 150 years. Damn.
He doesn't move it.
I don't.
as much.
It's true. Life is super
Probably
slow.
that is the key.
Maybe that's it. We've got to relax a little so we live longer. Maybe that's the key to living a long life. In thinking about living a short life, is there a moment that you got blackout drunk after a set?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's an easy question, I think.
Yeah.
This one time I had to do 2 sets at Cubase, and then I forgot about the second one.
Oh boy.
So I got like really drunk before the last set.
Which year was that?
I think I don't know, somewhere like 2010 or something.
I didn't know that.
First, I did a back-to-back set with Headhunters at the main stage, at the open air stage, and then afterwards I had to play at the Scan Tracks.
Okay.
The thing was also that the beer was like not really cold, so that doesn't help. And well, we were drinking a lot, and I was like, "Yeah, you have to do your second set at in 1 hour." I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I remember I was like. I just made the SMD remix of the Just As Easy remix together with Buzz, voice controllers. We're like, let's do a few tracks together, and then I was already on stage, and the first track I had to mix, I was like already, oh fuck, I should have mixed it like 30 seconds ago.
No.
And then I remember that Buzz came backstage, and he was talking with my tour manager. He was like, "No man, I'm too wasted. I can't go on stage." And he was like, "Look over there," you know. So then Boss came on stage, and he started spinning, and I was standing on the DJ booth and didn't spin one record anymore. And he was like playing the whole set.
Wow.
But I was on stage and doing some MCing and stuff.
You were MCing?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I do when I get really drunk. And
Sorry.
I think I'm feeling, you know. I think that I know exactly what he's saying, and then you start as like,
Oh no!
I suck at it, but when I'm drunk.
What do you,
stupid
for
stuff.
me, is the only thing I can say is like DEFCON Oz, Massive, Daydream.
Wow, that says enough.
So
That says enough. People in the chat know.
Then they know.
People in the chat know exactly
so
what that's all about.
DEFCON Oz, then you go to Massive, and then you
Daydreams.
turn up in Daydreams, and then blackness.
Yep. Don't know what happens for a day or two.
No.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so I've got another question here this is, again, probing a little bit deeper. Tell us something that your mum doesn't know. Maybe it's that. Maybe your mum doesn't know that you party at DEF CON, keep on going, Massive, Daydreams, end up at some random person's house on a Monday. Something that your mother doesn't know.
Well, I think it has to do something with taking pills. Yeah.
I can't admit
But
that
my
to
mom
mum.
is already like dead, but before when I was still partying, like in 2000 or something, you know, yeah, I never told her. So, and probably she knows because she's not dumb.
They just don't say it.
That they don't say it.
Oh, dude. My mum would give me like grilling. I didn't really take a lot of drugs before I was DJing. I was, you know, it just wasn't my thing. It was actually started after I was DJing. I'm like, what's this all about? And by that time, I'd already moved out of home. But my mum is like one of them nosy mums.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, I'd come home after going to a party as a fan and not do anything, and she'd be looking at my eyes going like, Sam, why are your eyes big? But I hadn't done anything, and she'd be like checking up on me every 30 minutes, like, what's going on, Sam? What's going on? So yeah.
But for me, it's also probably something like that.
Yeah. So now,
I mean, I think my parents knew, but they just didn't say it.
They didn't say it? No.
Anything about it.
I mean,
and still not probably.
Yeah, but we talked about it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right now they know.
That's a pretty-
I mean, we had good discussions about it because my parents were like yeah, we never got drunk in our lives and we never took any drugs, and they
Yeah.
made it by doing that kind of stuff like more interesting, you know, for me, my 16-year-old me, you know. I mean, I have discussions with them about how I'm going to raise my kids,
For sure.
and make it something they talk about with you, you know.
Yeah.
Be open about it.
Yeah.
Maybe you can give some advice if they like really want to try stuff.
Yeah, for sure. That's I think a better way to handle it rather than just kind of like a straight up no.
Yeah.
So like, well, let's be real. Let's be, you know, I did stuff, whatever. I think it's funny though that a lot of the people in government were kids that sort of partied and then they're like super against what happens at parties. It's a bit strange. All right, let's pivot. Shout out to the little doggy over there that's making a guest appearance. Are there any secret talents, interests, hobbies, and stuff that you have going on in your life that people wouldn't expect of you? Maybe it's a TV series that you're super into that people just wouldn't picture of you. We're slowly discovering that you might be a serial killer from your responses in Cards Against Humanity. What's something surprising from your interests or hobbies or talents? Maybe you're a painter.
Listening great music, like we just mentioned.
How do you say it again? Chanson?
Yeah, the France chanson.
Chanson. Okay. I mean, I didn't expect it for sure. I didn't. Is there something else that you haven't shared with the world or people just like,
Oh, I discovered like during the pandemic that I like to build stuff.
So you mentioned before that you had been
You're
working
the
on your
builder.
house. Yeah, right? Are you actually the one hammering nails, cutting floorboards and that sort of, really?
Yeah, I make like this huge ass closet, and then I build a bar in my
Backyard.
garden house. How do you call it?
Really? Yeah. Oh, wow.
So I was like, okay, got a lot of time, so let's give it a try. And what's the worst that can happen, you know?
Dude, you could lose a finger, man. Like,
Yeah, of course not. But I have a background in like I studied for like a few years. So.
really? So like construction or something?
Yeah,
Architecture
I know
or?
some stuff about
Okay.
So I know a little bit about it.
I'm absolutely terrified of it. I have to admit, I'm absolutely terrified of it. You know, with my ex-girlfriend, bought a house and we're moving in. We had to do like a bunch of things in the house, and just getting ready to do the skirting board, the plinth around the walls and everything. I was terrified of like cutting the thing with a circular saw. I just couldn't do it. I'm not a handy guy.
That's like the easiest, you know.
Bro, nah, man. Is there anything utilizing those skills and hobbies that you're like, oh, I want to do this. I want to build that. You built the bar, or maybe you build a studio desk, or I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I want to do stuff like that.
Okay.
Maybe like a studio desk.
Could be cool.
And
But if we go back on tour, then I don't have the time anymore.
True that.
and as well, I'm a sucker for ice cream. So.
Really?
So
He's
if,
like
if,
a
if
child.
I,
When you're at the airport with Michael, he's like a child. He's like always looking for candy and ice cream.
candy and ice cream.
Are you
yeah.
serious?
Yeah. So that's a thing that not everybody knows.
That's true.
But it's get weird. Yeah, it's weird because if we're traveling, you know, I'm always curious what the ice cream and candy is in different countries. So I always like, if I see something, I always need to check it out. And
Is there an ice cream flavor that you've tried that you're kind of like, hey, that's pretty cool that you never expected?
Yeah, I don't know if you know the candy. What is it? Raffaello? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, the little like
The
for
white-
Rocher kind
white,
of thing.
the white with the cocos thing on it. I tried like ice cream, and it was all through it as well with the kind of cookie, because it has the outside is like a cookie thing as well, and the inside is like creamy with a nut, and it was all in the ice cream, and I was like, what the fuck, this is good.
Sounds indulgent, man. Sounds really
Whoa.
nice.
So I was like ordering another round again. Yeah, he knows it. When I'm down with something, I go for it.
MC Villain, the ice cream man. All right, let's pivot and talk about some questions relating back to music rather than ice cream and hobbies and making stuff out of wood. A year ago, or more than a year ago, you mentioned that you'd like to play the main stage of Ultra. Is this still on your bucket list?
No.
No. What's changed? besides the fact that we don't have festivals at the moment.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just want to be at places where people want to have me. You know?
Got it. You feel like Ultra, they just wouldn't be so receptive to hard music, or
they are like almost against hard music. I remember that.
Like the people organizing Ultra.
They're telling some DJs that they prefer not to have hardstyle.
What?
Yeah, I heard. So,
wow. Oh. Is there any event on your bucket list that you'd like to do? Because you've been at, on many main stages.
The one in Vegas as well. It's not Vegas, but it's like in the desert.
Oh, Burning Man.
Yeah, Burning Man. Yeah, yeah. That's interesting one. If I see the video, it's like okay. I would like to experience that.
It definitely looks like an experience in itself.
But it's not like they have like a huge ass stage. It's like
no, it's but the whole venue of the desert,
yeah, right,
is like sick. It's like mental. It's like what the fuck is that? So it's crazy, and people just park there and throw their tents out and everything. So and then just for how many days they go.
There's a special kind of special groups of people that go to Burning Man.
Yeah.
Some of them are just like go and whatever happens, happens. Some are sort of like survivalists.
Yeah.
They pack for any situation or whatever. Which one do you fit in? Like, are you like a whatever happens, happens? Or are you going to be like ultra prepared, bringing 20 liters of water per day? Where do you fit in the whole perspective?
Well, I come a little bit prepared, I think, because, most of them come there with a camper or something like that. Probably would do that as well. The journey itself from Vegas towards the venue will be special as well. So probably I will go with the camper or something like that, just to be safe. You can throw a lot of shit inside the camper. So
would you bring your own food, or would you pay for food with your body? I mean, that's what some people do. You can't buy food there.
No?
No, and they don't use cash. So would you bring your own and be like stocked up on ramen noodles or would you pay for food with your body? I know stories about that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, not that I've ever been to Burning Man or had to pay for anything with my body, but...
No, Sam? Tell us.
People just don't want to pay me.
No, I will bring my food myself, probably. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Just candy and ice cream.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever had Messina gelato in Sydney?
No.
No.
I think that.
That's the next one for the list. There's plenty of fans out there that'll be able to take you on an ice cream tour for sure. I can see people firing up in the chat. So the next time next time Australia, that MC Villain makes his way down to Australia, you know exactly what to do.
Holla.
Take him out for ice cream. All right. So the question that I didn't want to ask, but I feel like I have to ask because people in the chat are hounding me about this one. Wildstylez, when is the Project One album coming? I'm sorry.
Last year, but now I mean we don't do albums that often, So 2020 didn't feel like the year we should like drop the album. I mean it's for 90% finished. We just have to come up with a plan, and then hopefully we can release it. When the whole thing is over, I mean we don't want to do performances together with release and stuff like that, and we want to launch it in the right way. And last year was like not the year, and right now I would say like maybe in the summer or right after the summer, maybe. But we really have to see what happens in the world and how stuff evolves. I mean. When we know that, we can set a date, and then it's going to be finished. I mean,
there you go.
We need a deadline.
There you go. I mean, that's the thing, right? I feel like with an act like Project One and with an album especially, rather than just putting it out there when you can't really tour it and whatever, and then it's probably going to get forgotten about because of the way that people stream music and everything within 6 months or so.
But also, like I said, I mean. As headhunters or Wildstylez, we can drop tracks. It's fine, We always do it. But we did one album and one EP with Project One in like 10 years or 13 years right now. It would feel it doesn't feel right if we drop it like right now. So
There you go.
we have to wait for the right moment.
There you go. Chat, you heard it here first. The album's 90% done, but it's not the time. And to be fair, I wouldn't, if I had an album, I wouldn't drop it now.
No.
Nah. All right, another question, thinking about something a little bit different. Would you prefer to be forever bald or have long hair forever down to your butt? So, long hair or bald? What's your choice?
Yeah, bald. I always was bald, you know?
Hey, yeah. I mean, some people prefer the hair. What's, you couldn't cut the hair. That's the deal. The deal is you can't cut the hair. It's got to be long or you're bald.
Yeah, damn bold.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is it a practical thing or... Yeah, it's practicality.
And it looks better.
You reckon?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I mean, you could do some really cool things. I think if you had long hair, you could do like the dreadlock thing. Like have dreadlocks and then pull it into the dreadlock mohawk ponytail.
Yeah, but if you're bored of, then you need to wear it like a girl, like to get it higher, because otherwise it's just stuck.
Yeah, okay, fair call. But I would imagine that the dreadlocks could kind of shrink it a little bit. But I think you're right. Your shampoo bills would go up. You'd get more stuff in the shower. That's always horrible. Dude.
And you can wake up like 5 minutes later, you know?
Yeah, man. Oh, dude.
Really important.
Get on the go with bald head. So, look, there was a period where almost everybody on Scantrax had bald heads.
Yeah, it wasn't a contract.
It wasn't because people have asked me about that. I was like, is that part of the deal when you sign the Scantrax that you got to shave your head?
I mean, in hardstyle, a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a good idea." I also do it. I mean, there's also the leather jackets and some kind of. I mean, a few months ago, or when maybe like a year ago, then all of a sudden everybody has to wear off-white. No, it's still, and then I was like, every DJ on Instagram was like with that big cross on the back. I'm like, okay, what's this? You know?
Yeah.
You are a kind of warrior type of guy, the warrior brand. Yeah.
Right, guys, with that all said and done, thank you so much for answering some questions. And look, because you've been to Australia a few times, I feel like you still haven't completed your inburgerings. Yeah? You've been part of the citizenship experience. Right, so what I want to do is collect these cards back off you because we're going to make a little bit of a mess. As part of being an Australian, you have to taste, if you haven't already, Vegemite.
What?
Yeah. Have you done that yet? No, you haven't. There you go. This is part of your experience. You know, I've been here for 10 years. I've done my inburgeringscursus. Now you've got to be part of the Australian experience. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do something together, and that is to try this Vegemite over here.
Is this?
Yes.
What is it?
Vegemite. Have you experienced Marmite before? No? So... You know how you've got speculoos, which is something that you spread on your bread. Yeah. It's not speculoos, it's way worse.
It's way worse. Motherfucker.
But this is how the people in Australia will know that you're one of us, and they will welcome you with open arms when you try this. The other thing...
He's going to smell it. He's going to smell it. But it's something that you put on your bread.
Choco paste, choco pasta.
Yeah, right. But it's nothing like chocolate.
What is it?
It's its own. I mean, what is it exactly? I believe it's like.
But is it something like Aussie people actually eat?
Yeah, man. You ask Corey about this. He goes on about it for sure.
He loves it?
Yeah. Code Black loves his Vegemite. I know. I can see it in your facial expression. You're like, what the fuck? I mean, stroop is sweet, and this is not. This is savory.
Oh, savory.
Yeah. So it's a little bit. Yeah. So I mean, even for me, this is a little bit tough. So I'm gonna put the laptop down so we can make some
a little
room.
bit, huh?
Yeah, no, I know. I know. We're doing this together.
It looks like
but
a fucking
every
paste.
Aussie household has like this.
Hey,
and it's not a joke. So yeah.
I don't like beer.
And the other thing that we're gonna do.
Oh, again?
You've done it once. We're gonna do it again. Gonna make sure.
Let's do it with him. I always did it twice.
Okay, so yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So what we'll do is there's two Aussie traditions that we're going to go through right now. The first is to have the Vegemite. The second is to drink beer out of a shoe. This is super Australian. These traditions, you have.
This one is new.
This one's I bought it from the Action yesterday.
Okay.
Yep. Just for you, Yoram, just for you. We've been using a resident pair of shoes. Okay.
I do have some water or something. Coke.
Get this for you. Okay, so there's going to be two traditions. Yeah, it's pretty intense. True traditions that we're going to knock out of the park, and oh man, why did I get so much? Suffering for you guys. But two traditions that we're going to do, and we're going to do this together. The first is to have the Vegemite and to put that in our mouths. And yeah, the second, and you're going to want to do this right away because how intense this flavor is to pour the beer into the shoe and then drink the beer out of the shoe. It'd be best.
Just one sip.
Well, I mean, considering how intense this flavor is, you're going to be wanting to drink quite a bit of it. So,
can we first see how Michael reacts?
We're going to do it together. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, Vegemite and Chewy. Oh, man.
Soya sauce.
Not quite. All right. And then we're going to put the beer into the shoe. Come on, Wildstylez. We're going to do this together. Yep. Oh. Party people in the chat. Oh, my Vegemite.
Oh my fucking God. What the fuck is this?
It's Vegemite, man. It's really Aussie.
It's not like, I mean, I'm not going to eat it anymore, but it's not really bad.
How about that?
No, but you.
How about that?
It's like a really strong cheese taste or something.
No, but
Kind of.
put it in your mouth without any drink, and then suck on it.
No.
Bro, that's fucking disgusting.
MC Villain 2021, put it in your mouth without any drink and suck on it. That's a quotable quote right there.
What the fuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in for another episode of HSU Broadcasting live from Amsterdam. You've been joined by Wildstylez and Villain, who have done the Vegemite Chewy Challenge just for you. It's time for us to sign out. We'll catch you on the flip side next week, same place, same channel for another edition of HSU Live in Amsterdam, live from Amsterdam. We'll catch you later.
HSU live from Amsterdam.